just a bloke in a bar.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Packer Up Boys, brought to you by Grumpy Coffee. Head to grumpycoffee.com.au. Beautiful coffee, cup rating of 85. So that's really, really good for blends, guys. This is a premium coffee. You will not be disappointed. We've got every day. We've got Very Grumpy. Also, do not forget, on Monday, Aussie Footy Shorts, they drop at 6 p.m. We got Grumpy Dad. We got Fishing Bloke, Camping Bloke. We got Camping Bloke. We got Tradie Bloke. Bunch of different designs. Be there at 6 p.m. on Monday. Sizes up to 5XL. And there's we've got a lot of designs, but small numbers in each design. So if you want one, make sure to be there at 6 o'clock. And also, do not forget to join the Bloke Club. We've got giving away a huge Musashi thing. So go to www.bloke.club. Anyway, the door's back. How you been, mate?
Yeah, I've been good, bro. I've been jet setting around a little bit. I've been China to Hawaii to the great Yeppoon.
Yeppoon?
Yeah.
What are you doing up in Yeppoon?
I was doing a keynote speaking engagement, actually. I've been getting into this of late, just on high performance culture, and funnily enough, referencing a lot of the lessons and experiences from the Melbourne Storm. So yeah, I was up there with a mining company. It was pretty cool.
Mining company?
Yeah. It was actually a nice Yeppoon. It's a pretty nice town.
I'll tell you what, it is nice to go out to the Australian, either country or outback or wherever. Just the silence.
Yeah, it's very different.
You know what I mean? Just the quiet, and it's just obviously good scenery. I remember we went down to Cobram Estates, farms.
Yeah.
And it was out in the middle of nowhere, the middle of Victoria. We had to catch a small plane out to go out there. And it was just when you're out there, because you live in the city your whole life, you forget that there's so many people that live out here. You just don't think about it.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. Even and this is probably would happen in the country, but even being in Hawaii, just seeing the stars and clear nights and all that stuff.
Yep.
I don't know. You
don't see it in the city. Yeah. I mean, in China, you wouldn't have bloody seen it.
But no, definitely no stars.
Oh, man. Matty, how you going, mate?
I'm good. I actually went to a town. It's literally called Come by Chance. They call it Come by Chance. It's in the middle of nowhere. And it's up near Walgett area in New South Wales. When I used to work for the Blues, it's funny, going on those country tours was more of a highlight than actual Origin camps for me. They were just the best times. But yeah, Come by Chance was crazy because it was literally just farms and just dryness. And I think that the population there's about 150.
150?
Crazy
town.
Seater propellers, they're sketchy.
They are so scary.
Oh, mate. They suck.
We were in one and I was just bro, this sucks. This sucks. So much so, those small ones, you have to put certain people that weigh certain weights in certain chairs.
Fully.
And when you're doing that, you go look, if I have to do this to get on a plane, I don't know if I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So yeah, bloody the country, the fresh air, it's beautiful stuff. I tell you what, boys, my algo right now is fucking terrible. It's feeding me dog shit.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
even my algo's turned against me. I capped it, I'm sitting there in the arvos refreshing the whole time because I'm just getting nothing. This has been a problem for me for quite a while. I spoke about it last week, how I wasn't getting much, and it's getting worse. It's just, my algo has spiraled out of control. Just boring shit.
The question is, how much interaction are you giving it back?
Well, I'm trying, but it's just giving me nothing. It's giving me all old stuff.
Really?
I feel like YouTube's changed the algo. It used to be so good. Now it's shit. It's killing me. So you used to be able to throw up exactly what you wanted. Now I'm getting nothing. Maybe I've outgrown the algo.
Yeah, I feel like I have the opposite problem.
Oh, really? What's your algo looking like?
Well, Instagram is my main hub, but it gives me everything I want and more every day. It knows, and I'm an easy win. It knows that if it catches me, I'm on.
So conspiracies, carnivore diets.
Yeah.
Fitness.
The odd random, I go through a meme journey, but it's listening to me at all times. I don't know what setting I've got on, but it's giving me exactly what I want.
What's your algo looking like?
My algo at the moment is, I feel like I'm 10 years old again because all I've been doing is watching wrestling at the moment, the John Cena farewell tour. I sat down and watched the entire 2-day SummerSlam on the weekend and on Monday night. And it's just literally, I reckon 2 out of every 3 videos on my reels, if I scroll through for 20 minutes, is WWE.
What?
Yeah, I'm fully, it's like my inner child has just come out. Now, I'm in the middle of a Triple H podcast. I'm in the depths of it.
I got
great.
A bit nostalgic with the rest in peace to the great Hulk Hogan, but I got a bit nostalgic when that happened, so I went down the rabbit hole a little bit.
So what got you back into it?
John Cena's heel turn, because when that happened, the whole world was like, holy shit, that's crazy. But then I was like, he was doing his final year, and he was my favorite growing up. Like when I was 9 years old, I loved John Cena. Like I went to Bunnings Warehouse and like made one of his chains and wore it to school. I like made his
I love that.
yeah, I like made his title belts and wore them to school. Like I pretended I was John Cena.
You know, it's so weird for me because we like the generation before,
Yeah,
which
we
was
were
called
before the John Cena era.
It was called the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Like he's so cringe to me. Like as a wrestler, he seems like a cool dude in movies and that. But as a wrestler, like that's cringe. Like we were Stone Cold, The Rock,
Yeah.
like Attitude Era.
NWO.
Yeah, like everyone, even the good guys had like were essentially bad dudes.
Well, if I was 5 years older, I would have felt the same.
Yeah.
But that was 2004. So
Yeah,
I was
you're
like,
nine.
I was
Yeah,
9
yeah.
years old.
True.
So I loved Eminem at that point too. And that to me, like obviously this is outrageous, but like just John Cena used to like rap. So I was like, these are my two guys, Eminem and John Cena. So that's why I absolutely love.
I think it's the rapping that actually is,
I think
is
that's
the cringe part.
Oh no, it's wildly fucked. But
You know what
when
though?
I was
The
9, it was
Attitude Era,
great.
you could get away with way more.
Way more. Like some of the stuff I watched back then, I was
Wild
like,
shit.
oh my God.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But I reckon I obviously haven't, continue to watch wrestling, but I don't know. I feel like the Attitude Era looked like the best era. Like, driving trucks down, spraying blokes with beer, The Rock's heel turn, and then good guy, and then heel turn. Like,
And also Stone Cold coming on,
Smash
smacking a
class.
couple beers, and then kicking the CEO of the
Stone
company
Cold
in the
Stunner.
face. Like, bro.
The Stone Cold Stunner.
As I've gotten older, like
Generation X.
I've watched, I've watched all the documentaries. I've watched all the, like when I was sick, because I had nothing to do. So I just watched old pay-per-views from like 1999, 2000. Like the Attitude Era, I'd love the Attitude Era.
What were you watching it on?
It's all on Netflix.
Oh.
Yeah, because Netflix have bought it. So like it's just like this whole catalog of just absolutely everything you want. Like I'm in my dreamland right now. It's so good.
So I do want to plant the seed though, Kempy. I do have a conspiracy theory that has been tracking my algo.
Okay.
Now, I was fully against this, and I will post the drop of this podcast on my story. This video is very compelling, and I want you to go in with an open mind, Kempy.
I'm going in, man. I'm going in with open
Now,
mind.
the topic is going to be very confronting.
Okay.
It is a flat Earth video.
Oh,
I know.
my God,
I know.
bro.
I know.
Oh, no.
I know.
Bro, come on.
All I'm going to say
Come on, bro.
All I'm going to say is, do I believe in it? Not quite. But this is very compelling. When you watch the video, I want your complete, unbiased opinion on what you think.
So
And
how
you will
come?
see.
So how come no one sailed to the edge of the flat Earth?
I'm not sure about the sailing, but this is how the video starts. This is how the video starts. A guy films the sun, and the sun goes up to a certain degree and comes back. And then it gets a bit hectic and a bit deep, but I was there for it. So
Just answer
wanna
that
plant
though.
the seed.
How come no one's ever gone to the edge of the Earth?
As much as I really put the time and effort to understand the conspiracy theory, I haven't looked at the sailing theory of the flat Earth. So no comment. Has anyone tried?
What do you mean? They tried. They came back to where they were.
Did they actually?
No, but
No.
people have boated around the world. Like it has happened.
Australia
Who
did that.
were
I forget her name. About
Yeah,
15
there's a
years ago.
documentary about
Jessica
it.
something?
There's a documentary about it. Oh, that's good
I'll look
stuff.
into it.
That's good stuff. I'll look into it.
I'll come. There we go. That's a trade-off. You watch it. I'll come back with my theory on the
So like what?
sailing.
So we're a flat disc of an Earth floating in space as a flat disc.
Yeah.
Like, just like that around
and
the
then there's
sun.
also the is it the Truman Show?
Oh,
There's also the fact that we may or may not be in that
Simulation.
dome. The dome.
the dome.
The dome. But let the video do the talking. Obviously, without the video supporting me and the theory that I'm presenting, it's hard. But I just wanted to plant the seed.
My God.
It's compelling.
My God.
Jessica Watson. Although she was 40,000 kilometers short, so maybe that's where the edge was.
There you go, bro.
Yeah, she fell off the edge. You could literally write in who has sailed around the Earth and it would come up about a bazillion people.
40,000 kilometers away from knowing the truth. Thanks, Jess.
But she did it by herself though, didn't she?
Yeah,
She tried
yeah.
to.
And she was like 16.
Yeah.
I think there's a doco on it on Netflix. Yeah.
Well, there you go, eh? You're a flat earther. You've gone all the way
No,
down.
I didn't say
You've
that.
all gone all the way
Do
down the
not-
rabbit hole.
It is not on the record that I said.
Yeah. You and Matty Burton. Matty Burton.
Does Matty Burton believe it?
He's a flat earther too.
I'll send it to Matty.
Oh my God, bro.
I'll send it to her. I'll see if I get a reaction.
And so why do you think they're hiding it from us?
Oh.
What do they get out of
to
it?
the list of everything else that they're hiding from us.
But there's a motive for why they hide stuff. Like, for example, let's say the moon landing was fake, because I'm sure you probably think that.
I do.
So the motive
Do
for
you?
that, no, I don't think it was fake.
Really?
So the motive for that would have been we were trying to beat Russia. The West was trying to beat Russia and so that we were the dominant country, blah, blah, blah. So there's a motive at least for that. At least there's a motive. Whereas Flat Earth, like, what's the motive? To lie to everyone forever. What was the motive?
Yeah. Well, I think it is in the lie to everyone forever bucket amongst the other conspiracy
Who
theories.
gains from it, though?
I don't know. I haven't come in for the follow-up questions already. I just wanted to present something to the group. Tune in next week's show as Sandor comes in.
Come in with a clipboard and just notes.
My iPad. I'm coming in with my iPad.
Oh, that's good. Guys, don't forget, we are brought to you by Aspley Mazda. They've got a sale currently at the moment. Make sure to get into Aspley Mazda. Grab your car today if you're looking for one. Give Lukey a call or a message, LDC_01. Give him a follow. Best in the business. Doesn't matter where you are in the country. He'll help you out. Shoot him a message. Even if it's not with him, he'll still help you out. That's how good he is. He's the best car man in Australia. Okay, Broncos halves. Broncos players injured. Storm beat the Broncos.
Wild.
I saw one comment saying, Storm didn't look convincing and they got another win. I actually thought the Storm played really well. There might have been maybe 20 minutes they left the foot off the pedal a little bit. But I actually thought the Storm were outstanding. I thought it was the best defensive effort all year for them.
I think that comment takes the shine off the Broncos' effort as well.
Yeah, I thought the Broncos were really good too. Like, I'll lose like that any day as a Broncos fan because I had a dig. And also, I think some people go, we lost Ezra and we lost Reynolds early in the game, but I still think the Broncos played well. Like, they still were winning the battle in regards to meters made.
Put up a hell of a fight.
They put up a hell of a fight. They hung in the battle. So I was proud of the Broncos' performance. In regards to Storm performance, I thought they were good as well. I genuinely thought that was the closest we've had to semi-final football outside of maybe the Bulldogs Penrith early this year. I felt like that was semi-finals football standard and grit and speed. But yeah, I really thought that Storm were outstanding. I think that you can see the style of rugby league they're trying to play, which is around Harry Grant. You can see Harry Grant go to a new level now. He doesn't have to worry about getting Hughes the ball. And I think that's really interesting. That it just shows you why Craig Bellamy is one of the GOATs, is because he has one game plan with Hughes in it, and then in a couple of weeks he just goes, boom, completely changes it, and they just all get on board immediately.
And I don't want to pin this on one player, but I do think we are at the point, a Storm without Jerome Hughes is a different team, and that's, in my mind, facts. And I'm not saying they didn't play well, and fill in for Hughes, just lost. Wishart had a cracker of a game.
He was mad.
Great game. But without Hughes, they are a slightly different team. Even they had Chan in the centres. Not to make any excuses, I thought they played well. I will go as far as to say, can't write off the Storm at Amy Park, but if that first 20 minutes is a reflection and the following 60, the fight they put in, you'd be hard-pressed to argue that the Broncos don't win that game.
Maybe.
It was 12-2 with what, 20 minutes to go?
Yeah, that's fair. I thought it was a really high-quality game.
Harry Grant, I don't know if it was the 100th game or what, but that was like off its head.
That was, honestly, as a fan watching him play against your team, or just sitting there like this, again, every time there's even a half, not even a half, there's a quarter quick play of the ball, he makes 20 metres. And you're just like, how can we stop this guy? Because the thing is defensive patterns can't stop him if they win the ruck. That's what the concern is about him. So if Stefano gets a quick play ball, which Stefano was outstanding last night. And so that's the crazy thing about Harry Grant, is that a lot of these other players like Hughes or Munster or any halves, you can have defensive patterns that shut them down. Now, they don't always work. Whereas Harry Grant, if they win the play the ball, you can't stop him. He's getting 10 metres at least. I mean, it was in nearly the first set where he got out and he created a line break down the sideline when Cobbo jammed in.
There's been a bit of a death of the running hooker too.
Mate, he just tore us to pieces in that first half especially. I think they as I said, I think
he had the most running metres by a long way at some point.
Oh, mate, he was just so good. Anytime they got any quick play of the ball, he just took the right option. Every single time.
I saw a shift, definitely in the early year. I don't think Harry Grant's best football was coming out during the first part of the season after the Queensland. And I was thinking the other day just reflecting on Cameron Smith and Harry Grant. They are like very different players. And Harry Grant has gone through the school of Cameron Smith. He's been there since a young player. You know, Cameron Smith is so technical. He plays the game at his own pace. He does all these little things, whether it's his line speed, his defense, and he knows the game like it's just being played in slow motion. Harry Grant is a different player. He's aggressive in defense. He's a ball runner. But the way that he was going left, right, like putting the defensive team under so much, like they had no idea what he was doing. And then his ability to pick it up. I mean, that try with Xavier Coates, quick play the ball from Munster, picked it up one hand and then cut out ball to Scott. Like, he's just off his head. And his running game, like if that's Harry Grant that you get coming into the finals, so it's dangerous.
Yeah, because I thought when Hughes went down, I was like, I don't know if they can win the comp without Hughes. But if they lean into this style of rugby league where Harry Grant's essentially their 7, and I say 7 as in he is their focal point of attack, who knows, man? Like the Melbourne Storm are just so good at winning contact and finding their front. Like they very rarely fight in tackles, and what I mean by fight is like some of the lower tier teams and some of the top tier teams, like they play selfishly sometimes. And what I mean by that is like they hit contact and they keep driving their legs and you know, trying to throw blokes off. And it's like that doesn't help you. That just slows the ruck down. Like you fighting for extra meters is selfish. You should get to the deck and get up immediately because then you get a quick play of the ball. But you just see it so often. It's just a selfish play. It's what makes Penrith so good. Like Fisher, Harrison, Leota never ever tried to keep driving and get extra meters on their stat sheet. They would literally hit contact, get to the ground. And I think the Storm just do that so well. I thought Stefano was outstanding last night.
Yeah, I agree.
I just think Coates is on a whole nother level at the moment. My God. Like that intercept, I know he didn't score the try with Cobbo coming across, but that play to make that intercept was just it changed the whole game. It changed their whole season. It literally, that play ruined the Broncos' season.
Literally.
Craziness.
That was going to be one of the all-timers, that try. It reminded me of when GI scored against, actually the same team, against the Broncos in 2014, where he just, like he kept having to beat people. That's what Coates had to do. I was devastated when it wasn't when it wasn't given, because I was like, we've been robbed of a gun try here.
Yeah, he is such a perfect example. I know I think he was already a rep player before he got down to the Melbourne Storm, but since getting down there,
night and day.
My God. You know, he was a young kid that was a lot of potential at the Broncos.
Talented.
And then he has just gone the first year, I reckon it was like, as I always, Storm break you all the way down and then build you back up. So they spend that first year working on your defence, getting you through all that. And then he's just gone like that, man. He is just so good.
And I look at Meaney and Anderson, I'm like, geez, they play above their weight, their carries. But Xavier Coates always takes the shittest carry of the set. And he's a big body.
He's massive.
And his ability, you know, he's by a long way the best attacking winger in the air.
Yeah,
by a long way.
Easy.
Like Munster's popping up kicks from 5 metres out now just to get the ball in the air for Xavier Coates.
Like even the one, it was a penalty try because his arm scraped the ground or whatever.
But I like that call.
I thought it was good too. I actually wanted to actually go to my notes. I thought the rest were outstanding last night.
You know what I love about him? Like there was one point there where I think he called a penalty and he went, nah, you know what? Didn't get it right. Took him all of 5 seconds. It's a six again. It's a six again. Restart.
Just go again.
And he just controls the game and he talks to players.
I just thought there were a lot of hard decisions to make. Like the Xavier Coates one, was he in? What is he not in? There were easy ones he could have let go, like, you know, playing the ball and then falling over. I actually thought at the Nick Meaney one where he knocked it on into Reece Walsh, I thought the rest were outstanding last night. A lot of tough calls, and I feel like nearly most of them, they made the right call.
I agree.
So, yeah, credit to them because it was a fast game. He let it flow. He didn't get too involved with everything. He didn't give too many penalties away. It was a really good performance by the video ref and also the ref. I thought it was, they pulled up the forward passes from Reece Walsh, which they missed last week. So just all in all, an outstanding game from the Melbourne Storm. And I just think that for people that are going, they weren't at their best, maybe not at their best, but I tell you what, most teams except for maybe Penrith and maybe Raiders, maybe Dogs, but I'd go Penrith and Raiders, every other team, I reckon, Storm open them up from the first 10 minutes and score at least 3 or 4 tries in the first half.
I agree. And I do think there's merit in what you said around, like, can the Storm win the comp with Jerome Hughes? It definitely makes it a lot harder. But what I will say is I don't think we've ever had the top teams be so inconsistent, like in terms of, like, in the games where you're like, all right, this is the game where you show up, you get it done, and maybe they lose or they don't play as good. And you're still wondering, like, who's going to be the main contenders when push comes to shove at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But a full Storm lineup, like, it's pretty hard to write them off right now.
Mate, and I think Stefano coming of age at this time, that could be season defining for them. Because the one thing that they didn't have, because Nelson's obviously not playing at the moment.
Jeez, he's damaging when he runs.
Like Stefano's taken over that mantle. Obviously, he's not the exact same as Nelson, but he is running with so much aggression. He's finding his front all the time, which is getting quick play the balls all the time. So Stefano, ever since going into Origin, has just gone to a whole new level. And that's what they needed.
That'll do it.
That's what they needed. So, man, the Storm are looking good. Like Nick Meaney, like, far out.
It's crazy.
He is just so good for like a guy that wasn't a centre.
That one other underrated component I thought about watching the game was, and Harry was pretty much the driver and leader for this, but the way they shut down Payne Haas from marker, I thought is a bit of a blueprint, like just
Sprinting
hammering
out
into his legs.
Yeah.
And that's an extra effort.
Yep.
But they did it consistently.
I mean, I will say Payne Haas was outstanding.
He's
46
a
tackles, 0 misses, 5 offloads, and like 150 metres.
He's on his own level at the
Yeah,
moment.
I don't care. Like, I want him at some stage to win a premiership, and I don't care who it's with. Honestly, don't care. This bloke deserves to win a premiership because him at any of these top-tier clubs, he'd be running 200 metres a game, like scoring tries nearly every game.
He's so good.
He is so good. So good.
He looks fast.
Mate, he's friggin' so fast.
He looks fast.
What about when he got into open space?
Mate.
It's just it's the scariest thing of all time.
He looks fast.
We've never seen a man that big move like that.
Never.
Like, no way.
And, we all know about his fitness and stuff as well, but
Just
he's a
mental, bro.
freak.
He's just the prototype.
46
really, for a front rower.
tackles, 0 misses, and you're that big. Just craziness, bro. In regards to the Broncos, as I said, like, they were super brave. I was super happy with their performance. And I just think that, like, the only thing that really hurt them is just the completion rate in the second half was terrible. They just kept they've just got a couple of players that play dumb footy, and unfortunately, there's no other way to explain it. It's just dumb footy that make dumb decisions and lose concentration. I will say now, Michael Maguire, he has said that it was a light week training this week.
Wow.
But look. I don't know. I've got no evidence. This is pure speculation. But if you're doing 3 hammies in the game, I would have to look at the program and be like, what is the load management been like up until this point? 3 hammies? Like, it could just be complete unlucky. Like, it genuinely could be the most unlucky thing ever. We haven't seen that specifically before. But if you're doing 3 hammies, I would be having a very close look at the load management at training. Like, not this, and like, even if you've lightened the load this week, that doesn't mean you've had a whole year of heavy load. Like, just because of 1 week lightening, it doesn't change the heavy year you've had. You know what I mean?
100%. And I'll throw even further speculation into the mix from that comment being about lighter load. If that's referring to K's in the legs on the field, has that potentially open? And we have absolutely no idea. I'm just throwing things up. But does that mean, have the boys been doing more weights? Have they been doing something different because the load's lighter?
Yeah.
I don't know. What are these variables that have all of a sudden come in because of this lighter week?
Yeah, I hope that they don't try to brush it under the rug because they're like, don't want to almost take accountability internally for it.
You have to be having an internal chat.
Surely. Like, they
3
don't have to
hammies.
publicly talk about it. I don't want to know because you don't need to put that shit out there. But I hope they review the last month of load management because, and look, these things happen. No one could have predicted. And also, like, there was 3 hammies, but there was also 14 other blokes that looked outstanding out there. So it's not all doom and gloom. But I do hope they do review what was happening there. But yeah, really proud of the boys. I will say, I think Walshy, he needs to make a decision as to what kind of player he is. If he was on 600K, I'd just be like, okay, this is the kind of player he is. He's up, he's down. He can win you games. He can win you a whole stretch of games. He's incredible. But if he wants to be a player that the club is built around, you have to be an 8 out of 10 most weeks, if not nearly every week, and then 9 out of 10 is a good game. And he just needs to learn, and it's clearly a personality thing. So what makes him great also makes him not great, and that is the high up and down energy that he has, he's willing to take huge risks. But then also those risks when he's up and down and he's panicking and he's thinking he needs to win the game by himself, it doesn't help the team. And I just think he needs to find a way to calm his mind, like just bring it down a notch and choose your moments better. Like towards the end of the game, like just doing silly kicks and forward passes, just take a breath. And I know it's hard, it's easier said than done, but we're never going to get anywhere if our most highest paid player, to my understanding, at least $1 million, 1.2, and he deserves it. He's a superstar, but he's not going to deserve it if it's like this every single week or every second week.
Yeah, I watched that game last night, and again, I was reflecting on some of the players that I've seen, in particular the Melbourne Storm. I've been out of the game way too long to comment on whether this happens or not, but the investment of time that the Melbourne Storm key players get into third-party players coming in and mentoring them and offering them perspective and, you know, technique tips and all this other stuff, I just think we're at the point now where the talent is undeniable.
Oh, yeah.
The things that he's done on the field is undeniable. He does have a tag on his head because you are a marquee player. There are expectations. I think it's time to, you know, sit down in the off season and just have a chat with Reece Walsh and go like, now's the turning point. We need to take you to the other side and the other level.
Yeah.
We need consistency. We need to refine your game. And even personally, you know, Reece Walsh is a young lad who's always been in the limelight, always been doing great things. I just think there's a really great opportunity for his growth, both on and off the field, and feels like now's a good time. And, you know, there's every reason that he will be able to do that and go into that next sort of phase and be a great player. But I think it needs to happen.
Yeah, I think his biggest challenge is not his physical ability, it's his mind. I think that the Broncos need to find a way. What do we do off the field that can get your mind in the most stable state as possible when you do start playing? Because I think that at the moment, like I'd be super interesting to see what are they doing for him off the field for his mind. Is he going into games like level and calm and ready to go, or is he going into games like just bouncing off the walls? Now, obviously you've got to find the balance, but like the Storm are notorious for being calm. And I know some people try to compare him to Billy Slater, that Billy Slater made a lot of errors in his earlier career. He didn't make this many errors. Like Billy Slater wasn't just going one off the ruck, kicking to himself all the time. And so with Walshy, he's just got to find a way to his physical ability, it's 10 out of 10. His mental ability, he needs to find a way, whatever it is off the field, to get his mind in the best state possible. I think that's his next stage of his career.
To your point that you just made, like I do think from a leadership position, they definitely need to support him. But, you know, you go back to the Pappenhausens over the last few years, like him and Billy Slater, that's a religious weekly meeting and they're going through multiple video clips to refine his craft.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that doesn't happen. I have zero idea. But
apparently Walsh is like, he does do a lot of, he's all footy. But that's why I think I don't think it is the video or studying or whatever. I actually think it's like away from rugby league. I think you would find, and please, I don't know this, I don't know with Walshy, but like I think you'd find even off the field he's probably like this. Like his personality is like this. And so, you know, how do you find a way, if you can fix it off the field, it'll get fixed on the field. And maybe it doesn't need fixing. Maybe that's just who he is, and that's fine too. Like he can be a superstar like that to a degree, but if he wants to be great, I think he needs to find a way to kind of
and maybe it's also changing the perception and expectations. You know, I always talk about when I was at other clubs, my thoughts were if I was to play a great game, that would mean highlight 1, highlight 2, highlight 3. The Melbourne Storm, no one gives a shit about highlights. Do your job, do your role. So if Reece Walsh's perspective and maybe the perception around the club is like, we need the most electric highlight version of you, we actually don't. We need that. But we also need the consistent Reece Walsh, like any other great fullback right now, you know, Dylan Edwards, etc.
Yeah, and so I think that, like, you know, there is an argument, is it the Broncos' fault for pushing him into this role, like always relying on him to make a play to win them games? Like, you know, maybe you could argue that as well.
Yeah, I just don't think that. I think it sets you up for failure a little bit.
Well, it does. You just can't. I think that you can find a way for him to be happy to go into a game and run for 150 metres and not have a try assist but still be satisfied with the game, that's a win for me. So, yeah, that just with Walshy, like, so much talent. He's a great young kid, great young fella. Like, it's just a matter of finding that consistency.
Yeah,
because
agreed.
unfortunately, last night there's just so many things, like 2 forward passes, some poor kicks. It gave away a penalty by being a disruptor early in the game. Like if you got rid of all those errors, like Broncos could have been ahead. Like they could have won.
Yeah.
Like that's quite a lot of errors for just one person. And so I know Michael Maguire will be working on it. I know we got to remember he is still relatively young. What is he? 22 now? 23?
Yeah.
So he's still super young.
Crazy.
It's just a matter of working on it. But yeah, super proud of the boys.
23.
23. Jesus.
And he only turned 23 a month ago.
Yeah. That's what I mean. There's plenty of blue sky.
Yeah, plenty. And I have faith that he will, but I truly believe he's gotten to the point where physical is not his issue. It's the mind state that he's in games. Like, just that he seems to just get this in this headspace where he's just he's in an urge where he has to try something.
Yeah.
Like
not much good comes from that.
It never usually does.
Honestly.
And so
it is a little bit erratic.
Yeah, and so you've just got to find a way when you start feeling that anxiety, because I reckon it is a bit of anxiety, I've got to do something, I've got to fix it, I've got to fix it.
100%.
Comes from a good place.
Yeah.
Which I respect from Walsh. It definitely comes from a good place. It doesn't come from a selfish place.
You're
It comes
trying.
from he's trying to sort it out because he has the talent to.
And because they lost both halves as well yesterday.
Yeah. So it comes from a good place. But when you start feeling that I need to do something, just take a step back, let your senior players take care of everything and just be where you need to be for them.
Yeah.
That's how you help the team.
Because then most of your decisions become low percentage plays.
Yeah. Anyway, but look, the thing I do like with Walsh, he always has a go. He is trying to win things. Just got to find that consistency.
What are we thinking with the halves? Let's say it is semi-serious. Is it fucking doomsday?
Yeah. Oh, they can't win without Reynolds and Mam there. Even without Reynolds, I don't think they can make that much of a dent. I mean, we do have Benny, so I think the next few weeks will probably be Corey Pakes and Smoothie at 9 and Billy Walters at 6, Benny Hunt at 7, or Jock Madden could potentially come in. I'd probably go Billy Walters at 6, to be honest. I didn't think about that last night, but I'd probably go Billy Walters. The main thing is just trying to stay in the 8. However, let's say they were to fall out of the 8, it'd be disappointing. But listen, when you lose both your halves, it's just
not much you can do.
These things can happen. But I think the main goal now for them is just stay in the 8. Fight as hard and long as you can until hopefully Renault's back, even though I don't think he will be back this year because I think it'll be probably 6 weeks for Renault because he's had a history. And then at least till Ezra gets back because he is a big part of them winning. And an Ezra-Benny Hunt halves combo, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad. And I tell you what, if they play like they did play like last night with Ezra and Benny Hunt in the side, they'll beat most teams. Maybe not all of them, but I think they'll beat most teams. So I guess we'll see. So I was super proud of the boys, all of them. Even with Welsh's up and down, I was still proud with how hard he worked, how much he cared. One of those games where things didn't go away and we were playing, premiership heavyweights. Simple as that.
Yep.
Anything else on that, Matty?
Nah, I actually, at the start of the game, I had, the bet that I had on actually was Broncos at the start and Storm to score over 22.5 points. So that lost because obviously for 2 reasons, but Storm played exactly how I expected them to. The 22 was, I'm like, all right, it's a good Broncos team. They'll score about 4 tries and Broncos will come close. So that's why I was confused about this Storm hate as well. Because just because your opposition loses your 2 halves, that doesn't mean he's going to score 50 points. So that's why I was a bit confused about the whole reaction as well. I thought Storm were awesome.
I thought they were awesome. Their defense is outstanding. Yes, we lost Ezra in that. We still had Ben Hunt at 7.
Yeah.
He's an origin player.
Yeah.
And we still had Payne Haas, Paddy Carrigan, Tony Staggs, Reece Walsh, Dean Mariner, Selwyn Cobbo. Shibasaki's an origin player now. The only other thing with the Broncos, and I'll move on, guys, but we need some back rows. My God. We're desperate. We are desperate for back rowers at the moment. Look, Jordan Riki, he did actually move to centre at one stage, so I don't want to be too harsh on him. And I actually thought his first half was pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
But he just can lose concentration. He just switches off. And there were actually 2 moments. So the try that he tried to grab
that was
Dingo's jersey,
not
just
the right
chop
option.
him. Just
Not
chop
the right
him. And I know he grabbed his jersey later on, but it's just, just chop him. Just go low. And then the other one, he just like kind of lazily fell off Munster, which gave him the quick play of the ball. And it's just little moments like that, you know, Ricky could be such a bloody good stalwart of that edge there. He just needs to clean up these like lapses in concentration.
He got lucky at one point too. Munster 1-on-1 stripped him, but they called Broncos advantage. Like that could have been a big moment as well.
And that's what I mean. Like it's not effort. It's like he stops thinking for a second. He just stops. And so he just needs to find a way to just stay in the game for 80 minutes. But outside of that, like, you know, I thought Jaden Hunt was pretty solid in defence with some good solid shots. Jazeski, you know, multiple errors.
Yeah, I just think he caused way too much disruption, errors and penalties.
Like, it's just like we desperately need back rowers. Like, it's killing us. We should never have let K-Ball go. Like, it really is that simple.
He'd be great in the side. Right?
It would be so good. And, like, I know at the time I was like, okay, if Ricky and Piakora kick on the way we hope they are, I can get it. But I did say I felt like it was a year too early. And I think that if we had kept him for an extra year, we would have seen that they weren't ready to be the starting back rowers. So, you know, Ricky tried really hard. I'll give him that. He definitely tries hard, and he definitely had some good moments on the weekend. But last night. But yeah, just a little lapse in concentration, and Jazeski, multiple errors. I don't know. Man, it just happens so often with him. Sometimes I'm just like, when I see bloke that makes errors every game, I'm just like, does it hurt you enough? Because if that was me when I was playing, bro, I'd be wigging all week if I made multiple errors.
That's how I feel.
You know what I mean? I'd be running the ball. I'd run the ball like that, bro, with two hands if I was making errors like that. I don't get it. Yeah. So anyway, but outside of that, NordVPN, guys. Go to nordvpn.com/blokeinabar. 4 extra months on a 2-year plan. So 4 free months on a 2-year plan. Plus, there's no risk with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Defend your data with NordVPN. And don't forget also Code Sports. Go to codesports.com.au/bloke. Enter the code bloke for your discount. Alrighty, the Dragons have signed Josh Kerr for 2 years, and also Flanagan has re-signed until the end of 2028. I've seen a bit of a mixed reaction to Flanagan re-signing till 2028, and I'm surprised because I'm like, guys, like, you can't tell me the Dragons have gotten substantially better since he took over. Like, before he took over, like, there was just no movement happening there. It's just basically just recruiting to make the 8, really, and then you wouldn't make the 8. I like the re-signing to 28. It makes it easier for him to recruit, makes it easier for the whole, you know, look at the people he's got. Gutho, Holmes, Cook, got all these young forwards firing, mostly tight games. I don't mind the signing. I think it's a decent signing.
They're a passionate fan base, and they're not quite getting the result. But if you go through some of the stats around Dragons, the games that they've lost and by how much, it's not. I don't think it's the biggest issue that they're having right now. I like both signings. I agree. I think continue with the consistency. Let him have an opportunity to make some recruitments off his own back, and I think Kerr's a good signing as well.
What do you reckon, Matty?
I can see it with Flano. They've beaten the Raiders this year. They've beaten the Storm. They've lost a bunch of games by like a try.
Yeah,
like they're one Flanagan year away from getting 2 or 3 more wins, and then suddenly you're playing finals footy.
Yeah,
I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think it's a no-brainer as well. And also think about the young guys he's debuted this year. Like, so he's going into a new season with a whole bunch of new young forwards all ready to go. Like, that's outstanding.
Also, who's the coach that you're
going to bring him in? Yeah, like who's coming in? That's won a premiership before, is ready to go.
Don't remember right now. Like, there's not coaches just lining up these great coaches that can take you to the premiership.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist.
And as I said, think about the space that the club was in when he arrived. Like, it was just like playing not to lose, essentially. So I don't mind it. Kerr back to the club, big body. He's one of those guys that if he can just get the errors out of his game, he can be super damaging. But outside of that, Doueihi is set to re-sign also with the West Tigers. I like this re-signing for the Tigers. I think that...
Was there a chat of him to the
Dragons?
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Yep. So apparently knocked back the deal. It hasn't been confirmed yet though, guys. But surely they upped it from $350 a year.
Oh, I have to.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way.
There's no way. There's zero way.
I think the article I read, it was like a revised offer. And I know the revised part would also mean the second year, but there's no way he got $350.
Because if he took $350, I would be saying, mate, do not take 350. That's like so far below your market value.
The way he talked like to radio and the media and that, he seems like he knows his worth. I don't think he's taken under.
Yeah.
So good for the Tiger, good for everyone. I reckon I would have been going to the Dragons. It would have been a bit sideways for me. I think the Tigers is good for Doueihi.
And also, it's just his utility value. 13, centre, 6, 7 if he has to. Probably fullback still.
13.
Sorry?
I love him at 13.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
So I like this re-signing, and hopefully the Tigers can keep building.
What about those guys on SEN the other day that were just peppering you about the Tigers making the finals?
Oh, my God, bro.
What happened?
It was so funny.
Yeah, so like these dudes, like kept on messaging me going like, the Tigers can still make the 8, and like I was like, I don't think they can make the 8 still. Like I think it's going to be too hard. But they weren't even saying, like they were just like fully pushing it. Like, well, they've got a bye, and they actually only play this team and they should beat. It's just like, bruh, come on, man. That you're relying on 3 teams to be dog shit for the rest of the year, which is not going to happen. And look, I would love the Tigers to make the 8. How sick would that be?
Great.
It'd be so friggin' fun.
And of course it could happen, but like
The odds.
that means I think I looked into it the other day. Like
Dragons, Manly, Roosters, and Dolphins all have to essentially lose most of their games.
Yeah. So as soon as one of those teams gets to 12 wins and Dolphins are on 10, like with 5 rounds to go, it's all over Red Rover.
Yeah.
It's like, so you're
Not gonna happen.
It's not going to happen. Like, come on, people. Rugby 360. Jai Gray is the newest Rugby 360 target, reportedly been offered $920,000. Mate, take that shit.
Oath.
You have to.
Take that shit,
You
man.
have to.
Bro, don't even. You say, where is the contract? Show me the funds that are in your bank account so it's guaranteed.
What have you got to lose? Well, it doesn't work out. You come back to rugby league where you're not going to get a contract.
Yeah, you're not
He's
gonna,
20. He's 21.
It's 21, and it's a 2-year
Leaving on a
deal.
high.
You get $2 million from it. Mate, the only thing I worry about is like, you get over there and like, oh, sorry, we can't pay you. We've run out of money or some shit like that. And I know it's like apparently Saudi back, so maybe that's not the case. So other NRL players targeted by Rugby 360, Pappenhausen, Tuivasa-Sheck, Sofa Solomona, Lomax, Herbie Farnworth. Rugby 360 has reportedly acquired the necessary funding from Saudi Arabia, the UK and the United States to kick off in 2026. That's not happening. Aims to be profitable by 27. That's also not happening. I mean, it might start by 26, but what are the teams? Like, bro, I don't understand it. Can you Google more of it? What are the teams? Who do they represent? Who's going to watch it? Who do you sell ads to make them watch it? Is it going to be a worldwide game? Is it doesn't, I don't understand.
Is it smoke and mirrors at the moment?
Well, I'd love to know what the plan is. Like, who's the team? So does Jai Gray play for Australia? He represents, or do they buy Super Rugby teams and they represent? What fan base was going to just follow a new club that's going to go to all these games and stuff? And if it's a worldwide game, are they expecting people that just love rugby union to turn up to these games? Also, are they expecting players to live away from home for 6 months and just travel the world? I don't understand how it would work. I really don't.
No teams have been announced, but like it says potential franchise cities mentioned are Barcelona, Cape Town, London, LA, Melbourne, Munich, and a bunch of others.
So they're starting new clubs.
Yep. They'll be like city-based.
You know how
clubs.
hard that is to start like a new club and get fans that are already fans of other things?
Well, there won't be a shortage of money.
No. And the idea is like a F1 Grand Prix, like play all around the world in different, I assume all of these cities.
Jeez, you're asking, like obviously they be getting paid a lot, but mate, like.
How is that going to start by next year?
That's what I mean. Like it's just,
No way.
You don't even have the teams yet. Mate, we're nearly in next year.
Yeah.
And I just like, that means you're asking players, because it says F1, so you're asking a team of, let's just say 30, we'll say 25 if you want, but probably 30, a squad of 30 to travel the world for half the year, I'll just say half the year. Like, you're not going to get the best of the best talent there, because let's say you're an All Black and you're already earning $1 million a year. Yeah, okay, you could get $2 million a year, But you can get $1 million a year and see your family every day. I think you're going to get you're probably going to choose $1 million to see your family a day. Obviously, everyone's different. But to travel the world constantly, unless they're willing to pay for families to travel with them. But then also, who wants to take their kids out of school to travel the world? There's so many things I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of logistics involved, isn't it? It's funny that this speculation's getting around. I mean, the NBA, it's currently getting around in the same way. You know, LeBron talking about creating this league where the players can't play in the NBA and they create this whole separate entity. It's just strange timing that this chat's getting around across multiple sports.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I just can't see. Is rugby even big enough for this?
I think internationally, yes.
Is it though? England, to my understanding, there's a lot of England clubs that are struggling financially, a lot of clubs in Wales, in Scotland. I think it's going well in France, but I think most countries locally, it's struggling.
12 professional sides have gone out of business in recent years.
That's what I mean.
Oh, look, rugby is certainly not what it was.
Yeah.
No way.
The international game is there, but you're not going to get that same...
I think the American play, it could kind of be there. It's definitely growing and developing with the implementation in the Olympics. I think there's a bit of noise. But, yeah, I mean...
I just don't... Is it even big enough? Obviously they would have done the research, but
It feels like one of those things that if it does get off the ground, it'll be a bit of a circus, hypey, and then I don't know if there's going to be much longevity around it.
Yeah.
So it looks like it'll be a 16-match season with 2 windows. So April, May, June, and then they'll have July off, and then August, September.
So, okay,
So
that
5
makes
months
more
of the year.
sense. So basically you're away from your family for 12 weeks, which is fucking still ages. And I know before you get typing, I work FIFO, I never see my family, doesn't mean that it's not hard. And then you come back for a month and then you go, mate, the longest contract you would sign would be 2 years. Surely you're not. I mean, it just depends how much you love money, to be honest, really. I tell you what, though, if I'm Jai Gray,
I'm taking that.
young 21-year-old,
Not even thinking.
bro, I would have already signed it.
Yeah.
If they have reportedly been offered that, why hasn't he signed it yet?
I think it's only going to appeal to both ends of the spectrum, really young or on the out of your career.
Yeah. 920K, Jesus. But I guess we'll see. I will say, these guys have so much money, you don't even understand it. It doesn't even make sense.
You can't question the fact that if they did want to do it, they will try.
They would, you go and look look at Cristiano Ronaldo going to the Saudi league, getting paid what is it, $1 billion a frigging year or some shit, some crazy, I don't know, whatever it is. And so these guys have billions and billions of dollars. So for them to splash 500 million, it literally doesn't matter to them. It literally doesn't matter.
Ronaldo is a great example.
Well, yeah, and they paid all those golfers for Live Golf as well.
Yeah, I will say though, with the Ronaldo situation, it hasn't. The Saudi league is still terrible. There's no one goes to the games. People only know that team. Anyway.
Yeah, if you look at you've flipped the coin of the Messi situation with, Miami. That's a beautiful story. I don't know if you've dug into that, the whole
story.
Beckham story. Wow.
Bought
Jeez,
into it
that's
at an early time, and then now it's worth so
and the
much.
deal that he did with the soccer, the MLS there, and genius. I love
stuff.
that.
So smart. I'll tell you what, though, I'll come out of retirement if you want to pay me 920K. Hey, get rid of the dad bod. Get back in the
100%.
Ripped Kempy.
But the reflection is, bro, at the end of the day, you have to sit there and go, and you keep using Ronaldo as an example, even though it's on the extreme end, but it's I play soccer. And this kind of money I can make.
Yeah.
I play sport.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Mental. Absolutely mental, that kind of money. So, yeah, I don't know. I just, geez, yeah.
I want to see, let's get a contract signed.
Yeah.
make it
Just
real.
one, because there's a lot of talk, and managers are sitting there going, yes, I can use this to get price. They offered my client $1 billion. Manager goes in to the negotiations. Yeah, it was $1 trillion was offered. It's okay, bro.
Well, apparently they're offering managers a 10% of the contract, and that doesn't even include their fee from the player.
Smart.
So managers are very, very incentivized to get there.
Let's work this out. So let's say they've got 500 million, that it does not matter that they lose 500 million, and they have to play, let's say there's
realistic.
10, we'll say 10 teams initially. 16. Oh, no. It'd be just
16 games.
I think it's
Eight
8 teams.
Yeah.
8 men teams, 4 women teams. So
Okay, so we'll just focus on the men. So, we'll just go both. So 12. So 12 teams and of 30 people.
The women are jumping ship. They're getting paid.
Okay, so 12 teams, and then you divide it by 30 of a squad. So you could have, if you were willing to just splash $500 million a year, you could have an average salary of $1.4 million.
Jesus.
jeez.
That's an average salary. So that's not going to be that,
You got to probably double that in spending to get the comp going.
which they'll probably have $1 billion put aside for it.
Yep.
I tell you what, it's not going to happen. It's definitely not going to be profitable by 2027. I can guarantee you that. Oh my God. Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm here for it.
As I said, I'll come out of retirement. Just let me know. Oh, I just got the reel here from.
Issued in Hawaii.
Is this it? Oh my God, bro. Very important message. It comes up in the caption. And it's got the sirens next to it.
Got me.
Hey, you know what? It got me. I thought fucking Vin Diesel was fucking the first man on earth. So it said Princeton has, put back together the first ever skeleton, and it was a picture of Vin Diesel, and I thought it was real. So did my missus. Idiots. And she was like, "Oh, yeah, fuck." Don't forget, guys, Good Day and Daylights. Make sure to get your Good Day at begoodhealth.com.au. Use code DMP for 10% off. If you pair it with a subscription, it's 20% off. Outside of that, make sure to watch your KO this weekend. It's Knights v Panthers, Dragons v Sharks, Dolphins v Roosters, and Titans v Rabbitohs. And also, Supercars heads to Ipswich this weekend as the season charges towards the finals. Watch every practice qualifying session and race live and ad break free during racing on Fox Sports, available on KO. Have you been watching any movies or anything lately?
Ooh. Too many movies, actually.
I've gotten a few people messaging me going, "Thank you for tipping me up to Andor, one of the great one of the greatest ever TV shows ever.
Gotta watch that.
One of the greatest ever TV shows ever." So you're welcome. And anyone that's on the fence, I guarantee you, if you stick past those first 3 or 4 episodes, you will be hooked, and you will message me and you will say thank you. I watched recently Memoirs of a Murderer. It's a early, one of the greatest films of all time. I think it's early 2000s. It's a foreign film, and it was unbelievable. Memoirs. I
Did
think
you get the Happy Gilmore in?
Yeah.
I was stoked on the plane trip. It come out like that day. I was like, yes.
Oh, you watched it on the plane?
Yeah,
Oh,
I downloaded
so
it on my phone. I was
Did you
yes.
like it?
Yeah, look, I liked it because it's Happy
It
Gilmore.
is what it is.
It's
Yeah.
never going to be, straight away people's going, it's not as good as the first. Obviously,
Yeah, no
it's not as good
shit.
as
The first one could be the funniest movie of all time.
Yeah,
like, it's never
exactly.
going to compare.
But I was there for it.
Yeah, so I love it.
Nostalgia gets me every time.
Yeah, that's the same. That's what I talk about with the wrestling before.
Yeah.
It's all
100%.
nostalgic.
Yeah, so Memoirs of a Murderer is actually based on a real murderer.
I like that.
And, mate, it is just so good. It's such a good movie, far out. So I recommend that extremely highly. Got a 95% Rotten Tomatoes. It's got 4.4 out of 5 Letterboxd, and it's 8.1 out of 10 in IMDb, which you don't find very often. It's the same director that made Parasite. So listen, trust me, I usually deliver. It's a bloody good movie.
Did you see Ice Cube's new movie got 0% on Rotten Tomatoes?
0%.
Yeah, 0%.
Oh, no way.
Jesus.
That's what 50 Cent said in his Instagram anyway.
I'll tell you what,
I love 50 Cent.
one movie
So funny.
that haunted me for my days was a movie called Burning. It's also a foreign film. And
Is
I
it
watched
a horror movie?
Nah, it is essentially about male rage, kind of.
Yeah, right.
But also, like, the bad thing about men that think women owe them sex.
Wow.
Which is, there are a lot of men that just fucking assume that that's like, that's normal, which it's not. But but it's a friggin' unbelievable movie. Unbelievable movie. Burning, that haunted me for days after because it's so well done that depending how you watch it, different things have happened. So like depending on what you emphasize as a viewer, a different story has happened. It's insane, bro.
I'm intrigued.
It is insane. And for my listeners, if you've listened, leave a comment. If you watched Burning or Memoirs of a Murderer, but yeah, mate, Burning was like seriously rattled. I reckon it's the most impacted I've ever been by a movie because it was just so well done. So well done. But yeah, outside of that, I'm trying to look at some other ones. You've seen Parasite, haven't you?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's good, eh?
That's a good movie.
So good. Have you seen Parasite, Matty?
Don't think so, no.
Yeah, you should watch that. It's a good movie.
Man, I might watch Burning again.
See if you can get a different take.
Yeah. Mate, it's so friggin' good, seriously. But yeah, outside of that, what else is going on, boys, this weekend?
Ooh.
Mate,
I'm doing nothing.
my little one, so my Rain, he's been sick. Wife's been sick. Got a newborn as well. So it has been World War III in my home. World War III. And, you know, what the worst thing is as a man, you shouldn't complain because your wife has it way harder, but it's still hard for me too. You know what I mean? It's harder for her, but it's still hard for me. So I'm allowed to say so. Mate, it's been wild. Like, anytime he gets sick. And then we got a message from his daycare. Thank God. Oh, that's why I was supposed to be sick because, like, so we're actually good parents. When our son is sick, we don't send him to daycare because we're not selfish pieces of shit like all these other friggin' parents. So annoying. Anyway, so this week, because all he had was a little sniffle, but we're like, you know what? We're going to stay him home. And that's hard because when you send your kid to daycare, that's the only chance your wife gets to have days. That's her day off.
Yeah.
And in her day off, she's doing all the shit she couldn't do because she was taking care of the kids. So it's not even a day off. It's literally her just catching up on. And so anyway, if you don't send them to daycare, they don't get that day off. And so that's by the time they get to the weekend, they're wigging out because they're just like so frazzled from having to take care of the children. So we sacrifice that. Anyway, we get an email from our daycare and some kid has brought in foot and mouth disease.
Wow.
Bro. Apparently it's relatively, I mean, Tom Birmingham got it. Taylor Sport, he got it ages ago. Remember he got it?
Yeah, he got it. Yeah, when kind of at the start, I think it was.
From his kid. But they got it from daycare. So it's a...
Daycare's wild.
Mate, it is a cesspool of germs.
I think they need to do something about it.
Mate, well...
The stories I hear, it's like...
The problem is that you actually want your kid to go
I get
there.
the whole immunity thing, but it's just like, fuck.
That's one of the harder things about parenthood is the fact that you're always sick.
Yeah.
Because you're always catching off the... I will say, though, with the Be Good, and this is not even an ad, genuine, being serious, taking Good Day and vitamin C does protect you quite a lot. Quite a lot. And even if you do get sick, let's say normally you're at a fucking 1 out of 10, you're at about a 6 out of 10 if you're taking like the proper multivitamins every single day. But yeah, so foot and mouth disease, like, yeah, so the week's been a roller coaster. But hopefully, I'm wigging out to send him back next week because apparently foot and mouth like symptoms can show up like 7 days later. So
Nobody
what if?
wants that.
Yeah. So what if it's fucking hanging around in 7 days?
Jeez.
So it made me think though about with your missus. I'm due. I'm going to take Becky for dinner this weekend.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to take the misso out.
Squeezing 11.
Yeah. We took the little one to Bubble Land last time. He loved it.
Oh, since you mentioned that, I can't stop seeing it on my phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you need kids to go there. Be a bit weird if you're a fucking
Yeah,
adult.
I know, but you keep mentioning it, and now it comes off of my phone.
Take Denon's son.
Yeah, fucking oh. Take both of your kids.
I'm too sick. I can't get.
Nah, so it was, Bubble Land was good. My son absolutely loved it.
I'm hanging out. My Sundays, we're due, I think we've got to be a week or two away from just some banging UFC cards.
This week, bro.
Oh, is it?
Duplessis Chimaev.
Well, there you go.
I think it's this week, or is it next week? I hope
feel
it's this
like
week.
It's next week. But I hope it's this week.
I hope it's this week because I said it was this week on the radio.
If it is, Becky, we're going dinner on Saturday. Sunday's a write-off. I can't wait for that.
August 16th. Shit!
Yeah, I thought so.
I said it was this week on the fucking
We get
radio
bombed.
show.
There's not enough hype going on.
Damn it. What an idiot. That's so embarrassing.
I haven't been that excited for a fight in
Mate.
a while. That is going to be pandemonium.
Do you know that Duplessis is paying, I think, $2.47 to win? Duplessis. So
It's one of those
Chimaev,
ones, bro. It's hard. But you can't write him off. I refuse to write off Duplessis now.
I will never write him off. I've actually backed him. He's 271, bro.
It's good value.
Against Chimaev, a guy that if you beat him if you can get through the first round, 2 rounds, you're almost guaranteed to win. Because he's not lasting. He's got a terrible gas tank in the back end. Fucking Usman nearly beat him. He goes so psycho. Yeah. And so I just reckon that's great odds. And maybe it's, famous last words, but mate, like Usman withstood him.
Yeah.
And Usman had no preparation, 2 bung knees.
Yeah.
And he was beating him in the last round.
There's every reason to argue that he can get it done.
He got dropped by he got dropped by Burns.
Yep.
And that could have gone either way, that fight as well. Like, I just think that, did he split Rob Whittaker's tooth in half and jaw? Yes, he did. But, I just think that that's kind of put in people's heads that, like,
He's
first
just
of all,
he's unbeatable. Nah.
But Whittaker, he already had, I think, a weakness there in his jaw.
Yeah, he did. I'm waiting for the press conference. That's where Duplessis, I think, wins. He's just going to get him so riled up. He's actually got mad banter.
Yeah, Duplessis he's a proud South African, but he's actually probably secretly Australian because he actually suits us so much.
We've adopted him.
Chimaev is $1.45 favourite.
That's way too short.
That's what I mean, bro. That's what I'm saying. There's no value in that shit.
Nah, zero.
271 Duplessis. And also, if you wanted to go
What's he paying to win by points?
Duplessis, KO, TKO, end round 5, you're getting $41. Like, that's juicy. It's 34 for round 4, 26 for round 3, 19. Like, that's fucking great value.
That is. I'll jump on that.
I'm jumping that as well. Doing it right now. But yeah, outside of that. Alrighty, guys, don't forget on Monday, Aussie footy shorts are dropping. Be there, limited edition. Once they're gone, they're gone. We've got tradie shorts that actually suit your tradie high vis. We've got Grumpy Dad. We've got Camping Bloke. You name it. So be there. 6 p.m. Aussie footy shorts, Monday. We'll go fuck ourselves. Thank you.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.